Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be starting, I say starting, but kind of finishing Raul's route. We're going to be doing the bonus episodes, so we're going to be starting that today, and we're going to be doing all three of them. I don't think that I will get this video edited and posted the same day that I record it. I'm planning on doing 2 episodes.
Cupid Parasite. Sweet and spicy darling.
I'm planning on doing 2 episodes and having something to edit tomorrow during the day and still have one left over. I was going to do Raul and then do a 9 rip, but Jupiter is next. So I might do a Raul and then a Jupiter because I really want to get into Jupiter's and Alan's, especially after watching the opening movie again. I need them. I need those CGs. I need to see what happens. And Cupid is going to be a goddess in Jupiter's route. She's going to be Juno, which is something completely different. So I don't know if they're going to be living on Earth as humans, or if they're going to be back and forth, or if they're going to be in Celestia. He obviously transforms into Peter during this route because just all the CGs are him as Peter. But I don't know. I want to see some god and goddess screenshots. That would be amazing. And I have a feeling by the time we get to Alan that my CG on my desktop of Raul and Lynette in their wedding attire is going to be replaced, because the CG that they spoil at the beginning of the in the movie is already beautiful, and I can't wait to see it. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's do Darling bonus episodes. And we're going to be doing Raul. Yeah, the other 2 are still locked because we haven't cut them yet. Bonus episode 1. A few months after marrying her, I was at my childhood home with her again. My parents had been doing excavation work at Crunch Canyon, and now they were returning, so we planned to have a meal together.
それで渡したいお土産があるって言うから来たんだけれど。
But then I received a text that said a storm caused their flight to get cancelled and they wouldn't be able to join us. We sat on my childhood bed as we looked out the window.
こっちも風が強くなってきたね。
Yeah, I hope your parents are all right, Raul.
ね。まあ大丈夫だと思うよ。子供の頃は父さんが操縦する飛行機で嵐の中を飛んだこともあったし。
In storms?
いっつも強行しちゃうんだよ。でも今回はちゃんとした航空会社の便を取ってるから安全だと思うよ。まあ今回も飛行機が無理なら陸路で帰るなんて言ってたんだけどさ。
By land?
もちろんちゃんと止めたから安心して。それに飛行機待った方が早く帰ってこられるはずだしさ。
Oh, that's good. I could tell that she was relieved by my words.
嵐の中、車を運転するのも危ないもんな。
The wind can flip over your car, or you can get into an accident since rain made visibility worse. When I was young, my mom drove during storms and I learned how dangerous it was.
でも最近はマムもダッドもそこまで無茶しなくなったんだよね。
We tried to travel more safely. That made me feel much better. I worried about those things since I'd become an adult. I thought it was normal when I was young, and I simply accepted their reckless behavior. Oh. Her eyes lit up after spotting something in the room. I was curious about what she saw, and then I noticed that she was looking at a photo stand. Hey Raul, is this a picture of you as a child?
そうそう、懐かしいな。親とキピ族の村に滞在させてもらった時の写真なんだ。
She gripped the photo frame and studied it closely. I scooted over to join her.
本当懐かしいな。俺この村で戦士として認められたんだっけ。
Aw, he is so adorable. I love that so much. Look at his hair. His hair is so long. And I was just 7 years old.
あーすごいこれ強そう。
I got to wear the tribal dress and paint, and I was thrilled by the experience. My parents were guests of the Cupid tribe because of an excavation. We stayed there for several months. But during that stay, I didn't wear the Cupid tribal dress. I only had the sturdy travel clothes my parents got for me. I felt so out of place. I was the only kid dressed differently from the Cupid children. Sometimes when I washed my clothes in the river, I finally felt like I was one of the village kids. Because you don't have any clothes on. The adults in the village must have noticed my loneliness. However, I wasn't permitted to wear the traditional clothing of the Cupid. You have to go through a trial and tribulation. It was because I was a visitor, not a tribe member. But one day they allowed me to wear the traditional Cupid warrior dress. Oh, that's cool. I thought they would initiate him into the tribe or something. It was because I had caught a large snake that had invaded the village that they acknowledged me as a warrior.
戦士ラウルだ。ヘビを倒したラウルが戦士になった。村に新しい戦士が生まれたよ。
やったー。俺強い。
ああ、村を守ったラウルは立派な戦士だ。キュピの戦士の装束もよく似合っている。だが戦士になるにはもう一つ越えねばならぬ試練がある。そこの火の輪をくぐるのが戦士になるための最後の儀式だ。ラウル。
もちろんだよ。俺前にも火のついた地面を歩いたことあるからね。
I recalled my visit to the Part7 tribe where they introduced me to their fire walking rite of passage. Compared to that, I felt confident facing any challenge.
よーし行くぞ。
Today, I would be a proud Cupid warrior. I charged and leapt straight through the ring of the fire. The villagers all cheered for my success.
ラウルすごい。やったな。
新しい戦士の誕生だ。
ラウル最高。かっこいいわよ。
すごいなラウル。戦士になったのか。
マムだと遺跡に行ってたんじゃなかったの？
今帰ってきたところだよ。それよりラウルすごいじゃないか。まさかキュピの戦士になったなんてね。
そうなんだ。俺ヘビをやっつけて村を守ったんだよ。
あらラウルすごいじゃない。さすが私の息子ね。大丈夫？噛まれなかった？
うん、マムの言う通りちゃんと手でこうやって捕まえたから大丈夫だったよ。
すごいなラウルは。父さんはヘビが出るとどうにも足がすくんでつい遠距離攻撃になるが。でそれよりラウルすごいんだ。発掘調査の結果あの遺跡が1万年前のものだと分かったんだよ。もしかしたら新しい古代都市の発見につながるかもしれない。すぐにロサンヨークに飛ぶぞ。飛行機に乗るんだ。
今から？
いや、今村を出ていくのはよした方が良さそうだ。空気が湿っている。これから嵐が来るだろ
大丈夫。嵐の前に飛んでみせるわ。いいえ、嵐の中も大丈夫よ。何度も飛んでいるもの。
世紀の大発見を急ぎ届けに行くぞ。 戦士ラウルよ。
Poor Raul, he just became a warrior. He had to leave.
っていう感じのことがあってさ。
She looked at me with astonishment as I recounted the events surrounding the photo. They really flew through that storm.
そうなんだよ。まあ父さん凄腕のパイロットだから操縦はうまいんだけど、でも途中からすごい嵐になってさ、小型の飛行機だったからすごい揺れるしで、あの時はさすがに俺も焦ったよ。でも俺途中で寝ちゃって、起きた時にはもう嵐は過ぎ去ってたんだ。すっごく綺麗な青空が広がっててさ、光の当たる雲が綺麗だったのよく覚えてるよ。
You fell asleep during the storm.
そうなんだよ。蛇を倒して疲れちゃったからかな。揺られてるうちにだんだん眠くなっちゃって。それにさすがにその頃の俺には操縦もできなかったし、おとなしくしてた方がいいかなって思ってさ。あ、でもちゃんとシートベルトはしてたよ。
I see. And it's remarkable that the Cupid tribe recognized you as a warrior. She picked up the photo one more time and looked at it fondly. My heart overflowed with emotions. I wanted her to know more about my childhood. I wanted to learn more about her too. I wanted to know what her daily life was like in Celestia.
じゃあ次は君の番。君のこともっと知りたいな。
I pulled her into a tight embrace and her brow furrowed. Me? There's nothing interesting about me. I just looked into the spring every day and shot my arrows through there.
そこから見て人間に恋をしたことはなかったの？プッシュ家に恋したキューピッドみたいに。
Never. You're my first and only love, Raul. She smiled with such innocence as she wrapped her arms around me. The sweetness of that moment made my heart soar.
参ったな。なんだかどんどん好きになっちゃう。こんなに好きになるのは初めてだから、どうしたらいいかわからないよ。
After the Cupid tribe honored me, I left without saying goodbye properly. But I honestly didn't feel very lonely. Goodbyes were normal for me. The thrill of being named a warrior overshadowed the pain of leaving the place I had called home for months. Whenever my dad talked about the ruins, his excitement chased away the rest of my sadness. Now the thought of saying goodbye terrified me. There was someone that I wanted to be with forever. It was an emotion so sweet that everything melted before it.
全部彼女が教えてくれた感情だ。
We lay on the bed, still in each other's embrace, and I gently kissed her.
ね、好きだよ。
Raul. Hearing her voice say my name filled me with a happiness so intense I never wanted to let her go. I love you too, Raul.
もっとこっちに来て。
He's whispering again. Sure.
もっと。
The storm outside drowned out all other sounds. Oh, really? As the rain continued, I held her tighter. Voicing my love wasn't enough. Words couldn't express the depth of my emotions. Once the storm let up, my parents would return, so I cherished every moment with her, telling myself that this time was only temporary. The end. They have another romantic night in his little tiny bed. Actually, the first time was on the creaky wooden floor, but whatever. Okay, episode 2. I spent the whole day lazily in bed. Oh, really?
いい匂い。
I'm sorry if my husband did that to me, just stuck his nose in my hair and just inhaled it deeply. I'd feel like, what is wrong with you? Like, stop it. Hey, Raul. I buried my nose in her hair. She playfully pushed me back by the chin, laughing. She acted as if I was a big silly dog, which encouraged me to be even more playful. I gently bit at her finger. Hey, Raul. Ow, ow. Oh my goodness. Someone's in a good mood this morning. It wasn't the real bark that I had practiced. Instead, I imitated a cute, high-pitched bark like a smaller dog to make her laugh. Hey, no. Stop. I pretended not to understand and embraced her. If I had a tail, it would have been wagging uncontrollably.
ほんと好きだな。
She was so small that it was easy to envelop her entire body in my embrace. My affection intensified as she playfully struggled to break free.
ね。もう一回しよ。
I kind of had a feeling. I'm like, someone's in a good mood. I wonder why. I whispered in her ear and she immediately blushed. Raul. Even though we did this multiple times a day, she always reacted as if it was a new experience. It was unfair. It only made it more difficult to resist teasing her.
好きだよ。
My kiss momentarily silenced her mock protest, but she suddenly pushed me away. Wait, Raul, isn't it time for the Mythological Society meeting?
あ、ほんとだ。
There you go. That's like the only way to get him out of bed. I glanced at the clock and jumped out of bed. You would think that nothing would dissuade him, but apparently mythology is the one thing that he will put at higher priority over what he was wanting to do just a second ago. Today's discussion was about Cupid, a topic I had proposed. Oh, it's even more important now. Being late to our own meeting would be a bad look.
もう一回したかったけど。でも、帰ってきたら続きしてもいいもんな。
Sure has a lot of energy, doesn't he? We did it every day anyway. That was normal in Lost York. Normal in Lost York. How do you know?
そういえばこの間、ロサンヨークのカップルは毎晩してるって記事見かけたんだよな。ゼウスの逸話と混ぜて討論してみたいんだけど、神話討論会のみんな、ゼウスのメイクラブ描写は全部ただのモチーフで事実じゃないって言うんだもん。真面目に俺は語り合いたいよ。
Austin thought I took a quick shower and got dressed. She put on her makeup as I gathered the materials I had prepared for the meeting. I packed Mythology of Cupid, famous Greek painting records, and mythologies on love, among other things.
他には。
An old book caught my attention. I purchased it after my life was saved at the Neptune Festival.
この本、懐かしいな。
The book was called Neptune and Atlantis.
実際は俺を助けてくれたのはネプチューンじゃなかったし、助けた理由もすごいものだったんだけれど。
After I got food poisoning at the festival, a god saved me, and the obsessed parasite in me was born. Opening the book, I was met with that familiar old book scent, a mix of dust, ink, and paper. I wanted to learn about mythology, so I had bought every single relevant book I could find. This was one of them. I stumbled upon this book in a secondhand store, and it was there that I learned about the Mythological Society. I met my friends thanks to this book. A few years ago, I had some downtime until my next job, so I was getting excited reading the book.
うわー、いい本見つけちゃったな。こんなお宝が眠ってただなんてラッキーだよ。前からこれ読みたかったんだよね。何うんうん。アトランティスの超古代文明を解析すると、今よりも文明が進んでいたとされていて。
A piece of paper fell out from between the pages.
あれ、なんだろう、メモが挟まってる。
The paper read, "Come forth, our new colleagues." Beneath that, there was text written in both hieroglyphs and Latin.
これ、もしかして暗号？
Excitement bubbled in me. It reminded me of my childhood. My parents often wrote letters to me in Latin or Greek. They challenged me to find my birthday present, and with their coded letter in hand, I searched all over the house.
これは毎月日曜日の12時かな。場所は。
I opened the mythology examination book I always carried with me and translated the code.
あ、待った。これよく見たら逆さに読まなきゃダメなところだ。うわー、この暗号文よくできてるな。古代遺跡の場所が記されてるみたいだよ。しかもこれどこかの場所だよね。解き明かしてたどり着いたら何があるのかな。遺跡があったりして、それとも神々が集まってるとか。なんでもいいや、楽しそうだから。
Asteroid University, Mythological Society, that's what it said.
神話討論会？
When I finished deciphering the entire code, my eyes lit up.
ロサンヨーク大学で神話討論会やってるの？
The note mentioned that they would welcome anyone who deciphered the code.
うわー、神話討論、すごい。あれだよね、学会とかに行くような人たちが集まってるやつだよね。
I had no connections with those kinds of people, so I was extremely excited to go.
しかもこの暗号文を見る限り今日もやってる。今ここ出れば間に合うよね。
I checked my watch and stood up. Just then my agent walked through the door.
ラウル、ちょっと連絡が。って何広げてるの？
あ、マネージャー。
It was only when my agent mentioned it that I remembered I was on set for filming. We were on standby, and I brought the book to read during the wait.
そうだった。俺今日はバイクに乗って桟橋からボートに飛び移らなきゃいけないんだった。
Today's shoot was for an action-packed spy film where I played the sidekick. I just couldn't leave during filming, but my eyes kept drifting back to the memo. My excitement about deciphering the code began to wane. I really wanted to attend the meeting.
撮影の時間だよね。
Disheartened, I turned to my agent. She simply shook her head.
それなんだけれど。ごめんなさいね。主演にダブルブッキングがあったみたいで、撮影は明日に延期になったの。
本当？
ええ。だからせっかく来てもらったところ悪いけれど、明日また改めて来てほしくて。
はーい、じゃあ明日また来ます。
ラウル。
じゃあお疲れ様でした。
He's like, yes. I put away my book and memo before leaving the office. She probably expected him to be disappointed. Today, the Mythological Society would meet. Thanks to the leading actor being double booked, the filming was delayed. It was destiny, I was sure of it.
神話討論会、どんな人がいるんだろう。友達になれるかな。楽しみだな。
ってラウル・アコニット？
I God, he's famous. A famous actor just walks into your meeting. He's like, I want to participate too.
あのピラミッドへの冒涜映画に出てたアクターの？
Upon entering the classroom, I was met with a sea of tense expressions.
あれ
Clearly, I wasn't welcome. Oh, everyone stared, questioning why a silhouette actor was present.
というかピラミッドへの冒涜映画ってあれ結構マイナーな映画だけれど俺の出演作見てくれてる人がいるんだ。
Setting aside what they thought of the movie, it was the first time I met anyone who watched it, and that made me a little happy.
どうもラウル・アコニットです。でも俺あの作品は冒涜してると思ってないよ。だって俺が実際にピラミッドの遺跡発掘に参加した時の経験を生かして演技したんだから。
実際にそんな嘘をつくな。ピラミッドの発掘なんて選ばれた人しか参加できない特別なものだから。
ほらこれが証拠。俺ちゃんと発掘チームにいるでしょ。
I showed them a photo with my parents and several professors. Their expressions changed instantly.
ここに写っているのは有名な考古学教授アコニット博士。
俺がその息子です。
You couldn't put two and two together a long time ago.
なんだって憎いぞラウル・アコニット。親の七光で選ばれし者しか踏み入れられないピラミッドに行くなど。
すまないが冷やかしなら帰ってくれ。ここは神聖な討論の場なんだ。間違えてきたんだろうが。
待って待って待って、俺ちゃんとこの暗号解いてここに来たよ。
I swiftly took out the memo from the book and spread my notes on the table.
俺この本を手に入れて読んでいたらこのメモが挟まっているのに気がついたんだ。
これは我々がこっそり忍び込ませている同志を増やすための暗号。
え、そんなことしてたんすか。
この神話討論会は神聖な場所なんだ。気軽に勧誘するわけにもいかないだろう。たまに我々の討論する声を聞いて来てしまう者はいるが、考えが違いすぎる者が集まるといさかいが起きる。だから興味本位の冷やかしが来ないよう本気で好きな人間だけがたどり着けるようにしておいたのだが。
The apparent leader of the group eyed me skeptically. He started going through his bag to take out a memo. There was Latin on it, probably written by him.
その暗号を解いたというならば、もちろんここに書かれた文字を読めるな。
はい、焼き窯を使った回数から見る都市部の人口です。
さすがにこれは簡単すぎたか。ではこちらはどうだ。
He presented a hieroglyphic script.
こっちは書記官の一日ですよね。
The group exchanged glances after my quick answer.
おい、これガチな方じゃないか。
でもシリウッド俳優が。
Everyone looked at me, unable to shake off their doubts. I decided to take out my trump card, my mythology analysis notes that I built up for years.
俺子供の頃にネプチューン神に救われてから神話を読み解く楽しさに目覚めたんです。よければ神話討論会に入れてください。
これは。
They read through the few pages of my notes, becoming more excited by the second.
なんて斬新な考察なんだ。これだ。我々の神話討論会に足りなかった新しい風がここにある。ラウル・アコニット君、ぜひ我々からも頼みたい。我が神話
やった
I cut him off, but it's fine. Yay!
それで俺すっかりあそこに入り浸るようになったんだよな。
We had heated debates, then ate together after dinner afterwards. Those days were some of my most cherished memories. Raul, we have to get going.
ああ、うん。今行く。
I closed the book and picked up the other ones I needed for the debate later today. I was sure we'd have another heated debate today. They would probably get exasperated with my strange analysis. But the real Cupid was right next to me. She always smiled and thought my analyses were interesting. I could hardly wait to hear her thoughts. Aww. I would be excited too, to hear what Cupid thinks about his analysis, as he said, I guess. Yay, chapter 3! 30 minutes in, it won't be too long. Maybe I could edit this today and put it out. It's not very long. At that moment, she was taking a shower. There's gotta be some, like, explicit conversation or scene in here, doesn't there? It's always something with Raul. I was doing my exercises at home while listening to the sound of the water.
そういえば最近一緒にシャワーに入ってないな。
Get sneak in there with her. A few days had passed since I started working at the donut shop. We'd been jogging to make sure we didn't gain weight from eating so many donuts. Sometimes we'd shower together after a run. When I felt like jogging wasn't enough, I did weight training. In these cases, she usually showered before me.
でも彼女と一緒に入るのも好きなんだよな。
I always thought about ending my session early and joining her.
いやいや、今日は100回はやるって決めたんだから。
I cleared my head of distractions to focus on my workout. All this was to indulge in those delicious donuts and to protect her. I had to be strong so I could protect her in emergencies. I would continue to train and prepare for those moments.
そうだよ。マーズ神が連れ戻しに来るかもしれないし。
He's weight training to fight a god. She said that she was human now, but she was once a god. Anything could happen, so I trained so that I would be ready for anything. But the sound of the shower running kept messing with my concentration. He's still in there. You must go to her. My gaze drifted upstairs towards the shower. I could see her silhouette blurred by the screen. The steam. You can see her? Upstairs? What? Is your shower out in the open? I wanted to go in there and hug her. That honest desire of mine started to reveal itself.
熱いシャワーを浴びながら抱きしめるとなんかポカポカして気持ちいいんだよな。明日は一緒にシャワー浴びたいって言ってみよっかな。でもうちのシャワールーム一緒に入るには少し不便なんだよね。シャワーヘッドが一つしかないし。俺一人で暮らしてた時はそれでもよかったけど、二人で洗い合ったりしたいし、シャワー増やそうかな。
I thought about adding another shower head in my shower, but I don't want to, like, have the wall all messed up so it can run the pipes and whatnot. I asked my husband about that the other day. I'm like, do they have to basically tear up this wall to put a shower head in? He's like, yeah, probably. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. Our shower's too beautiful. I don't want to mess it up. We had our house built as before we moved in, so we got to pick out how it was, not how it was built, but like what materials were used, kind of. We got to pick the colors and the tiles and stuff like that. So I really like it. But the shower is big enough to fit like our whole family in there. Like 5 people can fit in that shower because it's huge. So I should have thought about this when we were building it, to have to put another shower head in, because I'm sure they could have. It would just be an extra cost. Anyway, what were we talking about? Okay.
ってそうだ。俺んちバスルームあったじゃん。
You just remembered. Remembering the layout of our newly acquired house, I set the barbell down. Newly acquired house. It was used as a storage room, so I completely forgot about it, but there was another door next to the kitchen. It led to a bathroom. I had it remodeled so I can use it to display all of my statues.
業者に頼んで全部取り払って石像ルームにしちゃったんだよね。あの頃の俺のバカ。彼女とお風呂一緒に入りたかったのに。
But I seriously thought it was unnecessary at the time. I never imagined that we would live together here. And I usually didn't take baths in the first place. I thought showers would have been enough. That influenced my renovation decisions.
また改築してバスルームを戻そっかな。
The room had nice lighting. Maybe I could even put in a hot tub. Oh, really? The idea of taking baths with her excited me.
後で話してみよっと。
I resumed my training in high spirits.
でもバスルームを作ってもシャワールームは今のままにしておきたいな。あそこは思い出の場所だから。
You have a lot of memories in there, huh? Oh my goodness. Ever since moving in as a couple, we took showers together all the time. But one of those memories burned brightest in my mind. It was the night we had officially started dating. Oh my goodness, here comes the shower scene. It's too late, my option is long gone. I don't have the option to choose to remain as Cupid anymore because my love for you is worth more than that, Raul. Oh. After her declaration, we headed to my place. We kissed in the elevator and somehow it felt like my first. Jumping into things like before didn't seem right. I hesitated and didn't know what to do for the first time.
さ。
Did we head to the bedroom, shower first, or eat dinner? I was so close to asking those questions. My anxiety was obvious. I felt like a novice in love.
そうだ。先に撮影の汗を流さなきゃだよね。
It's the first time that he just doesn't know what to do. Now that they're official, he's like, everything else was empty before. What do I do now? I've been filming all day. I wanted to freshen up before I touched her. She looked relieved when I suggested that. Right. Would it be okay if I use your shower? What? I nodded, then quickly shook my head. I reached out to grab her hand. I couldn't do it. I couldn't wait any longer. I wanted her so much. It felt unreal.
一緒に入ろうよ。
She blushed at my suggestion. That was why I took her by the hand and led her into the shower. She didn't resist. Oh my goodness. I only remember one shower scene. I didn't think it was him. Oh, maybe I don't remember a shower scene. Maybe it's just that there's the anticipation of the Jupiter shower scene that's coming up. I think that's in the song at the beginning. During the shower, I heard the beating of my own heart. I was so nervous, I thought I might faint.
どうしよう。
Oh, it's rare to see Raul so nervous. But wait, why'd you bring a towel into the shower? Like, usually you wouldn't, right? I mean, I know Japan has different customs, and I know that if you go into like a public bath, you can bring a towel in there and wrap yourself in it, but your personal home shower? My heart had never beaten this fast before. Even when I was close to being eaten by an alligator, I had never been this nervous. Should I look? Should I not? I couldn't decide. I'd seen her naked many times before, but I found it hard to look at her directly in that moment.
俺、本当に彼女と出会って生まれ変わったみたいだ。
The shower seemed as loud as a waterfall. The heat of the water on our skin and the sensation of our wet hair had never felt so real before. She stood right in front of me. Just that fact alone added so much vibrancy to my world.
好きだ。
That feeling overflowed in me, and I wrapped my arms around her. We shared a single kiss. We had done this so many times before. We'd even kissed in the car earlier that day. It felt like a first kiss to me.
違う。
This was my first kiss with her as she bared everything to me. We were in our birthday suits, exposing our true selves. It was our first kiss in the truest sense of the word. She chose me over being Cupid. The deeper our kiss became, the more she shyly wrapped herself in the towel. Oh, poor Lynette. I probably would be too. Her delicate hands and long eyelashes were so lovely to me as she looked down.
俺、ちゃんとしなきゃ。
The moment I thought about touching her, a surge of joy shot through me. Suddenly, I was nervous about doing it right.
参ったな。どうしてこんなに緊張するんだろう。
First time I touched her, I just wanted her to feel good, as if I were a fitness instructor. I wanted her first time to be a good memory, even if my body heated up, my mind had been cool and collected. But now I completely lost my composure. Every time I touched her, it felt like an electric shock ran through my fingers. My love for her made it hard to catch my breath, but that sensation made me so happy that I moved to kiss her again. The memory of our first was like a treasure to me. This was the first time I'd been in a relationship with anyone. It made me feel truly alive.
だから、バスタブを作っても、シャワールームだけはそのままにしておきたい。それでたまには、二人でシャワーを浴びたいな。
I was reveling in those memories when I heard her turn the shower off. Well, you missed your opportunity. She dried herself with the bath towel soon after she stepped out of the bathroom. She scanned the room, searching for some clothes to wear. Oh. I'm like looking around the room. I'm trying to picture this in my mind, and I'm looking around the room, and I notice that on the top floor, there's a shower. Plain and clear as day. Right there. In fact, it's right next to the window for everyone to see, because it's all glass. Oh my goodness. Finding nothing, she came down the stairs draped only in the bath towel. Oh, well, she's about to make a mistake. Raul, you're done with your training. The instant she came near, I couldn't restrain myself any longer. The request for me to wait from earlier was forgotten. It was probably because I'd been reflecting on the past that drove me to embrace her with such raw emotion. I know, like, he's remembering something, and then you come downstairs wearing nothing, and you're going to get you're at the mercy of Raul. Ah, you're Raul. I just got out of the shower. I hugged her even though I was sweaty, making her protest, but I didn't let her go. I hate that so much. You're clean, and then your sweaty husband comes and gives you a hug. You're just like, get off. The scent of her body soap was so dizzying, I felt intoxicated.
ごめん。君を見たら我慢できなくなっちゃった。
Oh, come on, Raul. Why don't you go shower too?
うん。後で入るよ。
Yeah, after I'm done with you. After?
だって、また汗かくから。だから、次は一緒に入ろうよ。
Raul. I kissed her and picked her up so she wouldn't get away. With her legs dangling, she let out a soft whimper in my arms. She seemed so bashful when she looked up at me. It was like a fire lit inside me. I felt so happy that I kissed her again.
綺麗になった君を見せて。
Oh, really? I whispered in her ear as I shifted the position of my fingers.
いい匂いがする。
Her hair, fresh from the shower, was still damp. I leaned in, taking in its scent as I adjusted my stance. The smell of the conditioner, the body soap, and her sweat was something I loved. When her scent started to mix with mine, I got even more excited. And the bubbles wouldn't reset everything. Bubbles? What? I wanted to take a shower together again, so we would do something that would cause us to sweat. The smoothness of her body from being freshly washed was now painted over by me. Oh my goodness. I enjoyed that feeling of depravity as I looked forward to showering together. Painted over by me. Oh my goodness. Put my scent all over you. Some of the descriptions in this, I'm like, man, it's too much for me. Well, it is 50 minutes. It'll probably be cut down to 45 minutes, but still, I think I'm going... Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop the episode and get it written out there because it's not very long. It won't take very long. And I will have a sense of accomplishment. I will feel like I did a good thing by doing a video tonight. And then hopefully I'll still be in the mood to do another recording because I really want to do a second one. I don't really care what it is, I just want to do a second one. And if I do Jupiter, then I can keep it to the hour that I want it to be at, but if it doesn't give me a CG, then I'm usually forced to do another half an hour so I can get one. But they've been really good at throwing in a CG within the first hour, so I haven't had an episode so far where there hasn't been a CG in the first episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.